Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Chronicle of Innsmouth, Mountains of Madness. In the last episode we solved the panel puzzle to get deeper inside the underground catacombs, and by the way, while I was editing the last episode, I noticed that, damn, the cutscene or series of cutscenes that followed afterwards was very long, about 16-ish minutes, almost half the episode. Starting from when we entered the other chamber after opening its door and found this midget apprentice of late sorcerer Ephraim Waits, who was trying to bring Waits back to life by using loan for his spell. Armitage was tied down to the floor, and now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that that midget was also the one who murdered Gilman at the slums and also his girlfriend, and those body parts and guts that he was surrounded by definitely belonged to them, or at least some of them did, but anyway. Then cultists appeared, and apparently they didn't approve what the sorcerer's apprentice was doing. He then cast a spell that turned Lone into a shoggoth, I guess, and massacred everyone in the room. Except for Armitage, so lucky for him. Eventually Lone turns back to normal, and we return to the university and get introduced to this one guy who investigated us and the cult. But I don't know who he is or who he works for exactly. Could be the FBI or some secret organization. Then we were invited to assist the Miskatonic University expedition in Antarctica to try and figure out why two of their men died, because they couldn't determine their cause of death. So we came all the way down here to the cold, and now we are playing as Achille, who is taking a look at the bodies. So without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game. So, the only thing that we have right now as Achille is this Shamanic Extract that looks like magic dust to me. And well, there's lots of other medical supplies here, so I guess that we can take some of this stuff. What's in these jars?
They look like physiological solutions.
Can you take some?
I don't need that.
Okay, fine. Cloth?
A rag of some kind. Not necessary.
Okay, fine. Medical record?
These must be their medical records. Let's have a better look at it. Sven Ustela and Jean-Paul Greco. Blah blah blah. Both of them were workers here at the camp. It says it's impossible to determine the time of death. Strange. All internal organs are intact. There are no cardiac pathologies or other evidence to suggest any bleeding out. Tests for known toxins have excluded all as causative factors. Recommended quarantine of all crew due to possible contamination by unknown pathogen. This is where the doctor's ability to analyze all this comes to an end. And on closer inspection, if this data is correct, then these men should still be alive. It seems to be blowing things out of proportion to impose a quarantine. If that were the case, they would all be dead already. Besides, medical appraisal is limited only to what physical examination can observe. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay. So as far as their bodies are concerned, they are fine. Their bodies are completely fine. Well, right. Who knows, maybe they are actually sleeping, but they appear to be dead. And medicines?
A first aid kit.
Sounds useful.
Not necessary.
But not here. Okay.
Looks pretty worthless. I don't know what it contains, and I don't have time to check.
Really?
Contains something, but nothing of interest to me right now.
Well, fine, be like that. Okay, and diluent.
Some medicinal diluent. Some diluent. I don't need that.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what is diluent. That's everything so far. Okay. Well, let's take a closer look at the bodies themselves.
He appears to almost be alive. It sends a shiver down my spine. Okay, buddy. I'll try not to bother you too much. Please don't wake up on me.
Okay. So we take a look at all of his body parts here.
How would I use that?
Forehead. How can I use his forehead?
It's unlikely his forehead could tell me much about the cause of death. Unless it had a hole right through the middle of it.
Well, it doesn't. How about eyes?
The eyes of a corpse are one of the few things that still sends a shiver down my spine. Which seems absurd, given all I've witnessed. The eyes of a corpse are one of the few things which seems absurd.
Okay, same thing. Nose.
I see nothing out of the ordinary.
Mouth.
The flesh still has a semblance of life.
Okay, chin.
Hard to tell. No need to do that.
Okay. Neck.
There's a marking here that looks like a mole. There's something strange about it. I wonder if Sven has one as well.
Well, let's check it out. Sternum.
The sternum looks intact. And hairy. Nothing unusual about his arm. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, so this symbol doesn't look like a symbol to me. It looks like a mole, but this is suspicious, according to Ackley. Okay, so does the other body have it? Yes, he does. It's barely noticeable, though.
This confirms my theory. A transmigration ritual. Some religions might interpret it as the tearing out of a soul, but it would be more correct to call it an essence. I never thought a ritual could be used this way. For murder! This mark on Sven's body is almost faded away. I might be able to learn something more from Jean-Paul. Who knows where this poor fellow might be now? I imagine hell would be more pleasant. Floating aimlessly through time and space, most likely for eternity. How barbaric! By diluting some of the powder I have on me, I might be able to learn more from him. But not from Sven. There's not enough left of what he once was. His essence could be anywhere by now, in any place or dimension.
Okay. And nothing else interesting about this body, I take it?
Nothing of interest. I observe no damage to the sternum.
Yeah, okay, let's not waste our time here. So we just used the magic dust on this corpse, where the mole or symbol is more visible.
It must be diluted. And besides, it needs to be poured into the mouth.
Ah, okay. So it needs to be diluted. So is this why we need this diluent?
Some medicinal diluent. There is just what I need. Some diluent.
Okay, then we combine these two. Oh. Oh, God damn it. There we go.
This should do the job. Perfect.
Alright. And then we pour some into his mouth.
That's done it.
Where am I? I'm cold. I can't see. I'm scared.
Oh my. Tell me what you see. Calm down, this will be all over soon. What happened to you? What happened to you?
What happened to you?
I don't know. I was in my quarters. I must have fallen asleep.
What you see?
Tell me what you see.
Everything's pitch black. I can't see anything. My legs, my arms. I can't feel anything.
Okay, calm down.
Calm down. This will all be over soon.
What will be over soon? What's happening to me?
Do not concern yourself. You are dead. Well, technically I guess he's dead. But do not concern yourself.
Stay calm. It's just a dream.
That's a relief. I sure hope I wake up soon.
I'm sure you will.
Who are you?
Okay, maybe we should have been more honest there. But I'm Henry Ackley, an old friend of yours. Well, let's just say who we are.
I'm Henry Akeley, a professor at Miskatonic University.
I don't know you. Why are you in my dreams?
Jean-Paul, was there anyone who wished you harm? Anyone who bore a grudge against you?
No. I may not exactly have led a blameless life, but the people I know have always been fond of me. What a strange question to be asked in a dream.
Jean-Paul, I cannot continue lying to you. I'm very sorry to have to tell you this, but you're dead. Somebody murdered you and your friend Sven.
Dead? I've thought this felt too strange to be a mere dream.
Sadly, there is nothing I can do to fix this. But I can help you take revenge on the culprit. A small consolation, but at least it's something.
Small indeed. God knows how poor Mary would take the news. I have not been the best of husbands. If you could maybe tell her sorry from me?
Of course. I will do that.
I still can't imagine who would want us dead. Unless, could it have been because of that thing?
Anything you can tell us could prove vital.
It's something Sven and I found. What? What is that thing?
Jean-Paul! Stay with me!
Help! Oh my god!
Jean-Paul, calm down.
Oh my god! Oh!
Jean-Paul? Jean-Paul!
Well,
He's
crap.
gone. Poor soul. But we'll find that bastard for you. That's a promise.
Well, that bastard won't be a
I
human.
must inform the others immediately.
So these two are the ones who I think they were talking about taking some of the
what you
whatever.
found out?
You really can die from the cold out here.
As I expected. No need to go into great detail. They seem to have found some artifact. But I
yes.
lost connection before I could find out what it is.
Excuse me, Henry, but how do you know they found something? What the hell were you up to in there?
Yep.
Gentlemen, they were killed by ritual magic. Extremely cruel ritual magic. I'm quite familiar with such things, as you probably know by now.
I had no idea such things could go this far. When we get back, you and I should have a long chat, if that's all right with you.
William, you are still but an infant compared to myself. Are you certain you want to pay the price for such knowledge?
Gentlemen, this talk of yours about necromancy is most entertaining, but if there really is a killer on the loose around here, we are all in immediate danger. We must investigate further,
Agreed. There'll be time for small talk later.
so that we don't appear to be completely insane. We should avoid speaking of how we came to know all this.
I can deceive them by telling them it was some kind of poison unknown to modern medicine. The doctor may have objections, but he will believe me in the end. He has followed my studies closely and knows that I don't make idle claims.
We should avoid mentioning that they found something, at least until hard evidence comes to light. They would question how we knew all this.
That goes without saying.
Okay, so now we play as Lone again. Okay, so like I was about to say earlier, there, those two who died must have been those two at the start of the game who found some artifact or whatever, and they were talking about how they were going to sell it behind the professor's back so they could become rich. I bet those two are the ones who got murdered and are now in the tent. But anyway, so now what? Talk to them some more.
Henry Ackley,
Yeah.
any ideas?
Let's ask around.
I agree. Let's try to know more about the victims.
All right. So, anyone we can talk to here? There's a plane. Lake's tent. Is there anyone here? Oh, yes.
Gentlemen, some news that may interest you.
Tell us, Lone.
Ackley?
After careful consideration, I have come to the conclusion that this is murder.
Murder? What are you saying?
Are you joking, Henry?
Doctor, I never joke, as you should well know.
I have found no trace of violent death or poisoning. Actually, I didn't find any cause of death at all.
But that is simply absurd. We all know each other here, and we're all decent people.
Shush, Danforth. Let's hear what they have to say.
I'm sorry, Professor.
Shush!
I can tell you that I found traces of a substance that, I know for sure, is capable of killing any adult man. Something not found in medical literature, but which I came to know of through my travels.
You're really never happy unless you can stick in some esotericism, are you, Henry?
Stop your bickering. Lake asked for our help, and that's what we're going to give him. It's true that Ackley's methods aren't exactly orthodox, but they've never let us down in the past. So, I'm of the opinion that there could be a killer on the loose among us. Would you rather risk that, or would you rather we investigate?
If Armitage sent you to me, he must have a good reason for doing so. I want to trust you.
But, Lake, this seems absurd to me.
Doctor, there will be no further discussion. Also, in light of this new evidence, any danger of contagion seems now to be moot. Finalize the documentation necessary to send the remains of those poor souls back to their families.
Sure.
Lone, you have complete authority over this matter, at least until tomorrow. The airlift is scheduled for early morning and we cannot postpone it.
We'll manage.
Is there anything else we can do?
I have a few questions for you.
Ask away.
All right. Ask about Sven, John Paul, regarding the expedition. Danforth, where were you at the time of the murder? Ask about Atwood and Dyer. Ask about everyone, really. Let's start from the top.
How well did you know Sven?
Not very well, to tell you the truth.
Neither did I.
I knew him somewhat.
Can you think of any reasons someone would want to hurt him?
I can't think of any. He was always nice to everyone. I remember this one time.
Danforth, stick to the point.
Sorry, Professor.
Jean-Paul.
What can you tell me about Jean-Paul?
We chatted a few times. A fairly cheerful fellow, perhaps even a bit too much so.
But a really good guy.
Danforth, how dare you interrupt me?
Excuse me, Professor. I thought you were done.
I see you've already forgotten the few rudiments of manners I've struggled to impart on you. With that said, I'm done.
Can you think of any reasons someone would want to hurt him?
May I?
Go ahead.
If there were women involved, then yes, perhaps. In this wasteland, though, I doubt it. We are without female companionship. He was really nice to everyone.
I see.
Okay. Regarding the expedition.
Can you tell us anything more about the expedition?
Nothing I didn't already tell you on the plane. Tomorrow, after the excavation, we will all know much more. Babidy's drill should allow us to extract those ice samples without damaging their contents. Their unbelievable contents.
Okay. And about the drill.
It seems Pabody's drill is a true wonder of technology.
The most advanced in the world. Without it, discovery or not, we all may as well have just headed straight back home. It can drill more accurately and deeper than any other.
Well, that's good to know. Danforth, where were you at the time of the murder?
Danforth, where were you at the time of the murder?
Surely in my quarters. Am I a suspect?
Nobody is a suspect. We just have to question everyone who was here at the time of the murder.
I'm still not convinced it was even a murder.
Fortunately, we have people with us whose job it is to figure such matters out.
Yes, Professor, of course.
And ask about Atwood and Dyer.
Tell me about Atwood and Dyer.
What can I tell you, Lone? They are both luminaries in their field, and I am fortunate to have them here with me. I am quite certain they are above suspicion. I would wager good money on that, actually.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Baron?
What do we know about Baron?
A rough guy. Very macho. But he was not here at the time of the incident. He was busy piloting the very aircraft you were on.
Good point, Lake.
Yeah, very good point. And the doctor?
Doctor, where were you when the bodies were discovered?
I was in the infirmary, as always. I was catching up on some paperwork at the time.
Can anyone confirm this?
People stop by the infirmary all the time for one reason or another. I think pretty much anyone in the camp can vouch for me.
I can confirm that. I went by the infirmary around that time.
Good.
Okay, good. And we already asked about these two. See you later.
See you later.
Whenever you need us, we'll be right here for you.
Okay. So, I guess we're supposed to find the other members of the expedition and ask them the same questions. Behind the tent, yeah. Crew quarters, more crew quarters. Who's that? Expedition member, okay. And that's the drill. Holy shit. I didn't expect it to be that big. Well, anyway, let's talk to this expedition member.
Can I speak with you for just a moment?
Sure. Go ahead.
Name's Lone Carter. I'm investigating the death of your colleagues at Lake's request.
Nice to meet you. I'm Monroe.
Feeling a bit cold?
Yeah, I'm trying to warm up a little over here.
Why don't you just go into one of the tents?
I wish I could, but I'm out here guarding the drill.
I see.
Damn weather has taken a turn for the worse here. And my teammate doesn't like keeping the stove burning. I've finally convinced him to warm up the room a little for the night. Hopefully he doesn't change his mind.
Why would he?
I don't know. He's not exactly your normal human being. You
Really?
can't find him in the second tent on the left there. His name is Johnson.
Johnson, huh? Okay, well, let's start from the top again.
Tell me about Sven.
I'm so sad. He was a great friend to me.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you think of any reason someone might have wanted to harm him?
Not that I know of. He was always so nice to everyone.
There's something I must tell you. We fear that your colleagues may have been murdered.
Incredible. Who would have done that? And why?
That's what we're trying to find out. Did you notice anything odd about him?
There was one thing.
I'm listening.
In the days preceding his death, Sven was hanging out more and more often with Greco.
Interesting.
But that's not all.
Go on, please.
He appeared wary, as if he feared something. I have no idea why. His eyes were quite red, as if he wasn't sleeping well.
Did you notice any of these same symptoms in Greco?
I can't say I noticed anything like that with him.
Thanks anyway.
Okay, so maybe Sven was very like that because he was holding on to the artifact behind the professor's back. That's possible. How about Jean Paul?
Tell me what you know about Jean-Paul.
I didn't know him all that well.
Is there anyone who might have had a grudge against him?
He was a little outspoken, but all in all, a pretty decent guy. So, no, I don't think so. I hope you get to the bottom of all this.
Oh, don't worry. We will.
Yes, we will. Johnson?
Tell me about Johnson.
I would call him a good person, but
Even though strange is more like it.
Strange, huh? Now that sounds suspicious. Regarding the drill...
Why are you out here guarding the drill?
It's a very delicate machine. Danforth insisted on keeping an eye on it. That doesn't make much sense out here in the middle of nowhere, but orders are orders. Oh, we had a slight problem. The oil was leaking. Nothing that couldn't be fixed. Johnson has already taken care of that.
Okay. And the expedition?
Is there anything you can tell us about the expedition?
Not much. We're just mechanics. You should talk to the brains of the operation. They are over there, in the mess hall, as we speak.
Yeah, we just came from there. Well, thank you.
See you later.
Okay, so... mess hall. Crew quarters. Let's check the crew quarters first. Starting from here. Where are the doggos? I can hear them, but I don't see them.
Is anybody there?
Come on in.
Can I steal a moment of your time?
Sure, I'm on a break.
Hi there. Name's Lone Carter. This is William Blanco and Henry Ackley.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Johnson. What can I do for you?
I have a few questions. It will only take a moment of your time.
Very well. There's not much else for me to do right now. The drill was leaking oil left, right, and center, but I got all that plugged up, thank God.
Okay, so this is Johnson. He looks fairly normal so far. Okay, so about Sven.
What can you tell me about Sven Osterling?
And who might that be?
One of your colleagues. There have been 2 deaths. Know anything about that?
I haven't exactly bonded with the rest of the crew. Was he the Frenchie or the German?
The German.
I see. He seemed like a nice enough guy to me.
They seem to have been murdered.
Interesting. I didn't do it if that's what you're insinuating.
I wasn't insinuating anything. You're merely after the truth. We were investigating at the bequest of Lake.
I'm really sorry, but I don't know anything about those 2 guys.
Thanks anyway.
Right. Well, might as well ask about Jean Paul, just in case, the French guy.
What can you tell me about Jean-Paul Greco?
He was annoying as hell. I'm sorry he's dead, but I'm glad I don't have to listen to his grating voice anymore.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
The truth is rarely very nice.
It might be nicer if it included some degree of respect.
If you say so, Lone.
Thanks anyway.
Okay. Well, this guy is very straightforward. Very blunt. And regarding the expedition...
What can you tell me about this groundbreaking discovery?
Nothing. This is just another job for me. I can work and get some peace. For the most part, at least. I can't deny that going into the mountain had me shaken up at first, but I tend to find myself bored by most things fairly quickly. Let's hope the drill rekindles my enthusiasm.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, so we are done with you.
See you later.
Fine.
Okay, is there anything interesting here? Does it look like it? No. Only this stove.
Get away from the stove!
Okay, sorry.
Well, okay, fine.
I didn't know it was such a big deal just to warm one's hands up a little.
It bothers me a great deal.
Okay, that's very weird. Yeah, he is very weird. Alright, but at least he seems human. Okay, crew quarters.
Is anybody there?
Come in.
May I take a moment of your time?
Go ahead.
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Shoot.
Okay, excuse me. So, about Sven.
What can you tell me about Sven Osterle?
What do you want to know?
Anything that might help with our investigation.
He was pretty much a complete idiot. I learned to tolerate it.
I see.
Okay, how about John Paul?
Can you tell me anything about Jean-Paul?
A total cretin. Always jabbering. On and on and on.
Right, gotcha.
Okay, so some people here didn't like these two. Okay.
Tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know? I was in the army. A soldier. And now I fly airplanes for old duffers. I could snap them in half with one arm behind my back. Ah, the good times. Heads rolled like bowling balls.
You must have learned a lot back then.
You can say that again, bud.
Okay. And, that's everything, again.
See you later.
Got you later.
Okay, there's more stuff here to look at. Maybe this is where they used to sleep. The two who were murdered.
Some old boots. It looks like there's something in them.
Oh, really?
Let's see what's in here. Shoe polish. It could come in handy.
Okay. What's this pinup?
Interesting.
You might say that again.
What is it?
It's already showing the right month.
Okay. Bed.
A bunk.
Oh, bunk.
I don't want to move that.
Okay. And, book?
On the spine it reads, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Jules Verne. No time to read right now.
Alright. And this bunk?
A bunk. I don't want to move that.
Okay. You two are not standing in front of something, are you? Well, can we use this stove to warm our hands at least?
I don't want to turn it off. It's cold in here.
Yes, I wasn't thinking about that.
Stove.
Okay, fine. Well, I guess we are done here for now. Alright, and then the mess hall here. Oh, who's that? Oh, here are the doggos. Well, let's talk to these two first.
Good morning. Name's Lone Carter.
Good morning, if you say so.
Not in the best of moods today?
Not particularly. It's pretty much 24 hours of daylight every day. Can't get any sleep, and my little guys here aren't at their happiest either. As you can see.
Yeah, all this can't exactly be easy on them either. I inquire as to your name?
I'm Larson. I tend these poor dogs and take care of the sleds.
Mind if I ask you about a couple of things?
Go ahead. Things can't get any worse today.
Are you sure? So, we start from Sven as always.
What can you tell me about Sven Osterle?
Are you trying to make me cry, Lone?
That's not my intention. I'm just after any information you might have.
Honestly, I don't want to talk about it. I'm depressed enough already.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I'd rather not, if it's all the same to you.
Thanks all the same.
Well, what about... No, I can't ask about the French guy, apparently, no. Well, Johnson?
Do you know Johnson well?
No, just barely. He ain't exactly the most open person I ever met. I think he may have fallen into depression, even more so than me.
I see.
Really, he didn't seem that depressed to me.
Tell me about this expedition.
The pay is good, but it's rough on the dogs. Hear that? They are not happy, and neither am I.
Doesn't the discovery excite you at all?
The remnants of a pre-human civilization. Not in the slightest. The few things I thought I knew for sure are gone, and now I feel even more insignificant.
I see.
Okay. How about Dyer and Atwood?
What can you tell me about Dyer and Atwood?
They mostly keep to themselves, but seem like decent enough guys. Very cultured and distinguished. They tend not to mix too much with the likes of us. I wouldn't even know what to talk about with them. The only time they appeared happy was when the discovery was made. They drank and celebrated. They seemed like regular folk then. If only I had studied too.
Okay. Danforth?
Tell me about Danforth.
He's Lake's assistant. He coordinates everything. A decent guy.
Doctor?
What can you tell me about the doctor?
He's not a head doctor, but I do feel I can talk about my feelings with him. He's very sympathetic.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a psychologist almost. Baron?
Tell me about Baron.
A real reactionary. Stupid as a goat. And always up for a fight. My dogs are far easier to reason with.
Okay. Monroe?
What can you tell me about Monroe?
A great guy. Always does his share of the labor. Always willing to listen to me when life seems meaningless. He's pulled me back from the brink of a breakdown countless times. I owe him more than I can say.
Well, he sounds like a great guy. Okay, we asked about the expedition already. Did we?
Can you tell me anything more about the expedition?
I hope it's over soon. I want to go home.
Okay, fair enough.
See you later.
Hopefully.
Okay. We can take a look at the doggies themselves, but apparently they are not that happy. And who are you?
Hi, name's Lone Carter.
I'm on duty here. Make it fast.
I've got a few questions for you.
Ask them when I'm not on duty.
Lake has appointed me to investigate the deaths that have occurred here in this camp.
I'm sure he did, but I cannot allow anything to distract me from my duty as a guard.
Gotcha. I'll just be off then.
Okay, fine. Storage tent. Okay, so he's guarding the he's guarding their supplies and stuff. Well, let's go to the mess hall. Okay, we got some containers and cooking oil. Sounds useful.
Some lube could always come in handy, even if it's just cooking oil.
Yeah, pick up that. What's in here?
Some metal cans. A can could always come in handy.
Yeah, I think so too. We got a frying pan even. Okay. And here's Dyer and Atwood. Okay, let's talk to these two.
You came after all.
Gentlemen, make yourselves at home. Would you like a drink?
No thanks.
But Lon...
William, we have pressing matters at hand. The odds are stacked decidedly against us. We must keep our minds lucid. Isn't that right, Henry?
It is as you say, Lone.
Yet you, Lone, you have the face of a man to whom the bottle is no stranger.
Never while on duty. You agree, Atwood?
Of course. As you all may recall, this is Dyer over here.
Nice to see you all again. New company is a rare thing in these parts.
How can we help you?
Okay, so about Sven.
What can you tell me about Sven Osterle?
Poor guy. Kept to himself mostly.
But when he drank, he became the life of the party. Atwood, remember that stopover we made in Peru? That woman went totally crazy over him.
Yeah, poor boy.
If I'm not mistaken, he was from Germany originally, but his family had settled in America some time ago. I believe they immigrated shortly before the Great War.
Good for them. Things weren't looking good in those parts.
You don't
And
say.
yet, what will his parents think if they're still alive? This I don't know. To escape that hell only to lose their son in this land at the edge of the world.
It's part of the game, Atwood. It's a risky business.
Of course, but it usually involves death from shipwreck, plane crash, or other work-related hazards. We are actually pretty sure. Dear gentlemen, this is now a case of murder.
What? Murder?
Are you sure?
Ackley?
Absolutely certain.
This changes everything.
Furthermore, the killer is still among us. Could be anyone who was here at the time of the crime. Therefore, only us, Baron, and Professor Lake can be counted out, as we were in Arkham together, along with the crew of the plane.
I see. So we are all suspects?
We still have no clue as to the identity of the culprit. The investigation is still ongoing.
We'll assist you in any way possible, Lone.
Absolutely, yes.
Good to hear. So, how about Jean-Paul?
What can you tell me about Jean-Paul Greco?
He was a very nice guy.
When taken in small doses. A little too chatty and enthusiastic for my taste.
But anyway, he was a good person. Or at least he seemed to me to be.
I really didn't have much contact with him. He did his simple job with efficiency, usually teamed up with that other poor guy.
I see.
Was he married?
I remember him saying once that he was. I don't know anything else.
Me neither.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. We are here to help.
Okay, and regarding the expedition, what can you tell us?
Professor Lake told us of the incredible discovery.
Incredible to say the least.
Gentlemen, there are creatures frozen in there, probably from an era before humans even existed. At least, according to all the findings we have made.
We cannot fully discern their shape without exhuming them from the ice.
Yes, and yet they already seem like nothing terrestrial.
Can you give us a rough description?
You taught at Miskatonic, didn't you, Akeley?
Sure.
Unless I'm mistaken. You had access to restricted tomes?
Dyer.
Easy, Atwood. It seems my fame precedes me.
Precisely. And that's something you should be proud of. These creatures look like they sprang directly from the pages of the Necronomicon, as the mad Arab Al-Hazred sketched them therein.
These sound like mere flights of fancy, Dyer.
Most interesting. I can't wait to get to the site.
We share your enthusiasm. Hopefully this investigation will not cause too much delay.
Shouldn't be a huge hurdle, Dyer. Or at least I hope not. I intend to solve this case as soon as possible. Heading out with a murder hot on my trail doesn't sit well with me.
I agree.
Yes, we all agree. And regarding the discovery...
Can you tell me anything else about the expedition?
Tomorrow you will see for yourself.
Okay, fine. And that's everything.
See you later.
Catch you later, gentlemen.
Whenever you need us, we are here for you.
So should we talk to Atwood separately?
Greetings, my friends.
What do you require of us?
Okay, maybe not.
Can you tell me anything else about...
Tomorrow you will see for yourself.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
See you later.
Catch you later, gentlemen.
Whenever you need us, we are here for you.
Good to hear. And there's just another stove here, of course.
A stove? I don't want to turn it off. It's cold in here.
Okay, I guess we are done here. Have we talked to everyone? Have we talked to everyone so far? Can I get in there?
You cannot go in there!
I'd like to have a look around the storage tents. I'm investigating some deaths in the camp, as authorized by Lake.
Oh, I'm sure he has. But if any problems crop up later, I'll be the one paying the price. I'll need to see the proper papers before I can let you in.
I see.
Well, fine. What a bureaucrat. Well, I didn't think that that we could enter there anyway. At least not yet. So, should we go and ask for those papers? Let's make sure that there's no one else outside here. Oh, is it a tent or what's there? Well, I can't walk any further apparently. Okay, fine. Well, let's go to Lake's tent.
I have a few questions for you.
Ask away.
Okay, about Johnson, Swen, John Paul, the guard.
We need to take a look in the storage tents, but the guard won't let us pass.
He's a somewhat over-enthusiastic type.
He has to see our papers.
I can't help you out with this one loan. It would take forever to prepare the proper paperwork to grant access to their personal effects. Gentlemen, excuse me for a moment, but I have to confer with Lone in private. Come over here. Use your investigative skills. Come on.
Are you giving us carte blanche?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither.
Do whatever you need to. This discussion never happened. The last thing I need is to get tangled up in some stupid legal mess.
All right.
See you later.
Okay. But could you come with us to the guard so he will let us in?
See you later.
Whenever you need us, we'll be right here for you.
Oh, we are just outside, okay. I thought that a new cutscene was starting or something, but let's go back to the guard and talk to him again. So what's in that tent?
What's in that tent?
The storage tent contains all the personal belongings of the expedition members, as well as the bulk of the university equipment.
Okay.
We need to get into the storage tent.
Perhaps I have not made myself clear. You cannot go in there!
Well, maybe we haven't made ourselves clear. We are investigating a murder, you dimwit. No other dialogue options, and he doesn't want to talk to us or chat with us too much.
Do you have a few moments for us?
I can't now. Try again when I'm not on duty.
Okay,
see you later.
Oh, please, enjoy the rest of your day.
Well, Jesus. Someone woke up with the wrong foot. Or is that how you say it? Well, anyway. Are we supposed to make him... are we supposed to switch him to someone else? To make him go on a break, and then someone else goes to take his place. And then we can get in. Possibly. I doubt that any of these items will help us get inside the tent.
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Shoot.
Let's see. Okay, we can't ask him to go and watch over the tent.
See you later.
Got you later.
Okay. How about what was his name? The strange guy, Johnson. How about him?
One last thing or two.
Fine.
Regarding the drill, okay. Well, regarding the drill.
What's your job here?
I'm head of maintenance and in charge of the explosives.
What was the problem with the drill? We brought it here with us.
Some kind of minor mechanical fault that caused an oil leak. It's all fixed now, though. It's a miracle of technology, but tends to break down easily.
Okay.
See you later.
Fine.
So the drill... So the drill breaks down easily. But he is watching over it. Well, not really watching it, he's watching the fire, but maybe we can do some small sabotage here.
Better not. It's a very complex device. The drill we brought with us. I've heard that it's the cutting edge of technology. Better not. It's a very complex device.
Can we use any of these items on it?
It would serve no purpose. It would serve no purpose.
Okay, fine. Well, any ideas? Blanco? Ackley?
Any ideas?
We could ask Lake if he noticed something strange with those guys.
Oh, so we go back to Lake. Well, okay, fine. Let's do that.
I have a few questions for you.
Ask away.
Okay, so... Johnson?
What can you tell me about Johnson?
Have you gotten to meet him yet?
Yes, in his tent a short while ago. A withdrawn type.
Absolutely. But trustworthy, in my opinion.
I concur.
Yeah, Danforth. How would I get by without your approval?
Shut up, Danforth. Should we ask about these two again? I don't see much of a point, though.
Can you tell me anything else about Sven?
Nothing else comes to mind.
I can't think of anything.
Monroe did mention that for the last few days, Sven appeared to be on edge, as if he were afraid of something, and that he hung around more often than not with Jean-Paul.
I didn't notice anything myself.
Then pay more attention, Danforth.
Do you know where the victims kept their belongings and correspondence?
We usually keep such things in our quarters, but we also have trunks kept in storage.
Regarding the correspondence?
Do you have any idea where the victims' correspondence has gone to?
We turned up nothing in Sven and Jean-Paul's quarters.
The mail goes out once a month.
It's usually not sorted until a few days ahead of time, and there are still a few days to go.
Thanks for interrupting me, Danforth.
Sorry, Professor.
God damn it, Danforth. And victim's property?
Did you find anything unusual among the victim's possessions?
Sven's trunk in that storage tent was practically empty. We haven't been able to get Jean-Paul's trunk open. We can't find the key, and it would be most indelicate to return it to the family after it's been broken open.
Understandable, but we absolutely must find out what's inside it.
Regarding their quarters?
Where were they staying?
Danforth?
They were in the same tent, along with Baron.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think I know which tent it is. Which tent is it? I think I know which tent is it. It's the one where we found the shoe polish. And anything else? I guess not. Should we ask about Jean Paul again?
Can you tell me anything else about Jean Paul?
Nothing else comes to mind.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Regarding personal effects. Ah, okay, it's these options. Yeah, I guess we're done
See
here.
you later.
Whenever you need us, we'll be right here for you.
Okay. So, should we go back to the quarters? Maybe we missed something here.
Interesting.
You might say that again.
It's already showing the right month.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to take them. They stink.
Okay. Akali, Blanco.
Any ideas?
We should check the personal belongings of the victims.
Well, yeah, we should, but we can't get in there. We can't get inside the tent where they are.
Henry Ackley. Any ideas?
We should check the personal...
I didn't ask you, Blanco. Well, whatever.
No time to read right now. On the spine it reads, 20,000 leagues under the sea. Jules Verne.
Talk to Baron again?
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Shoot.
Are these your quarters?
Yeah, why?
Then this must also have been Sven and Jean Paul's quarters.
Not the best roommates I've ever had, but yeah.
Could you tell me where they slept?
In the bunk beds to your left. Sven on top, Jean-Paul on the bottom.
We're looking for the key to open Jean Paul's trunk in the storage tent. Do you know anything about that?
Check under his mattress. He was always stashing stuff under there. At worst, you might find some decent whiskey.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's check it out.
See you later.
Got you later.
Let's check it out. So that's why when we clicked on the bunks, Lone said that he doesn't want to move it.
Let's find out if Baron was right.
Found anything?
Give me a sec. Got something. Bingo. A key. Hopefully it's the one we're after. Now we just have to find a way to get into the storage tent.
Yeah, so we got the key. What about this upper bunk?
I'd have to climb the ladder to get up there.
Well,
my knees are stiffening up from the damn cold.
Well, there's ladders there. And here, but apparently we can't just move the ladders. That's a bit silly if you ask me, but oh well. Okay, but we still need to get inside the storage tent. Still need to get in there. Should we go and talk to Lone again? Now that we have found the key.
I have a few questions for you.
Ask away.
Okay, so we don't have the option to ask about the... or tell them that we found the key, but... well, let's ask about Sven.
Can you tell me anything else?
Nothing else comes to mind.
I can't think of anything.
Can you tell me anything else about Jean Paul?
Nothing else comes to mind.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. We can't tell them about the key.
See you later.
Whenever you need us.
Alright, I guess we are on our own on this one. We have to get inside the tent some other way. The storage tent, that is, and then use the Jean Paul's key.
A key?
Okay, nothing else interesting about that. Here, will you let us now in, please?
It would serve no purpose.
No, I didn't think so. Okay. Alright. What about Atwood and Dyer, was it? Nothing else here that interests us. There's some more containers here.
Some metal cans. I already have one.
Okay, well, let's see if we can ask something different this time.
Greetings, my friends.
What do you require of us?
Okay, Sven, Jean Paul, Discovery. Ask about the guard.
You know the guy guarding the storage tent?
Sure.
He's a somewhat overzealous type.
You can say that again. He won't let us in.
Actually, it contains property of the university, as well as the crew's personal goods.
Gentlemen, may I remind you that this is an ongoing investigation, and that time is short.
Perhaps we can help. Take this flask. It's full of something Paris finds irresistible.
Hopefully this will be enough to persuade him.
Okay. Why, thank you.
Thank you so much. We owe you one.
Alright.
See you later.
Catch you later, gentlemen.
Whenever you need us, we are here for you.
Okay, great. How long have I been playing? Seems that I've been playing about 50 minutes, so I'm gonna end this episode here. And in the next episode, let's give this flask to Paris. So that's the guard's name. So let's bribe Paris with the flask so we can get inside the storage tent, find John Paul's trunk, open it with the key, and see what's inside it. So, until then, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Chronicle of Innsmouth, Mountains of Madness.